Yeah. Hi. Yes. Hi to each and everyone. Those who are watching, and welcome to Trains and Suggestion channel. So today we are going to do some we want to talk about the spine related issues. Okay, those who have their previously working professionals, specifically for the working professionals who are continuously working and sitting at home, because basically we are just a second. So basically what exactly happens, we are continuously sitting, and what we are doing is we are damaging our spinal cord. We don't know how much we are affecting our body. So the number one is the problem. We never take water on time. We never take a lot of disbalances are happening. So for this, we have a psychiatrist whose name is Vindhi Kohli. She is one of the renowned speaker who is the founder of Rhythm Mind and author of Find My Me, because she had this is the bestseller book. She has mentioned about Find My Me. She will tell about her book because this is very interesting thing which she has wrote about. And we have Shabeena AM, who is the author of the book Power of Possibilities, and she is life coach, speaker, and author dealing with the spine health. And before going to Shabeena, I just going to Vindhi. Vindhi, just let me know about your Find My Me. Just tell about your book. Over to you, Vindhi.
Okay, hello everyone. So, greetings of the day. So, I don't know what is the time over there. So, where we are live right now. I think it's afternoon, isn't it? So, I am right now out of country for a while, and it might possible that my audio will go off in between. So, I would like to apologize for it. Yes, and I think this Find My Me is I think the word itself, Find My Me, reflects what it is, right? So we all are looking to find ourselves. And so somewhere we are missing it out. So it's all about that when you are having into pain, and the pain always teaches you something. And for me, the pain has come in a lot of ways, like mentally, emotionally, and physically. And when you are mentally and emotionally, you are down with something, it definitely affects your physical health. Understood the entire process. And this 2020 was the good time for me. It was like I got a pause from my day-to-day routine. I got a break from my monotonous life. And then I understood, oh my God, there is so much deep into me. And that's how I, like 2019, and I started writing my book. And that book is all about your journey to self-discovery. So it is a kind of my small biography of my life. But then, it's not boring. It's quite interesting because I have in each chapter, wherever, even like I have spoken about, I started my book with childhood, because I feel the childhood is the one thing which travels with you forever. And if there is certain loops which is missed out in childhood, something, there are some people are coming from abused families, some people are having like little conscious childhood, some people are having ignorant childhood. So unknowingly we capture those things, and it goes and it stays in your system for long. And this is what I spoke in my book. And after every chapter, I said that what are the lessons is being learned in every period. So I think in everybody's life, this time comes. And when I was sitting and going deeply into it, that's how I realized that what is missing. So I felt that the rhythm is missing in our life, Dipsmita, because rhythm is the one thing which, like, I feel that, like, if you go to a doctor, cardio, and they do the ECG, so if it is a straight line, then you are gone, then you are nowhere in this world, right? So the straight line will not work for you. So there should be some kind of a waves, and that's how they say that, okay, your breathing patterns are perfect, everything is perfect. And that's what my rhythm thing started, because because of my emotional setback, I was bedridden because of my back pain. So back pain sometimes comes through the hurt, or sometimes through accidents, for any fall, and sometimes just like your lifestyle. So there are a lot of reasons for this. And so that's how, like, when I started recognizing my own triggers, where that coming up, and it is due to the stress levels when it is higher, and my pain aggravates that time when the stress levels are pretty high. And that's how this rhythm thing came into my mind. And I have created a program which is called Rhythm Mind Body Healing, where I feel that if the connection is not here and the body together, then the healing is a little difficult to come. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, thank you very much, Vindhi. And yes, Shabeena, this question goes to you. You have written the power of possibilities. And for the viewers, I want to say that the book is Find My Me is in Amazon. The link is provided in the description box. You can order yours copy because it's really interesting. I know Vindhi via that book only. And yeah, so Shabeena, over to you. That is what is power of possibilities. And can you just let me know is it available in Amazon or not? Just let us know about your book.
Yeah, even on Amazon, I'll just show you the book. This is the book. I'm not sure whether it's visible. Okay. So available on Amazon. It's available in 2 languages, actually, English and Malayalam. As Vindhi said, it's semi-autobiographical. It actually includes 13 chapters. So those chapters are the concepts I learned along the way, which helped me shift from an impossible life to a possible one. So I call myself an I'm possible architect, because I was living an impossible life where my life was challenged due to some physical issues. I was bedridden and wheelchair bound and was confined to my house for a decade now. But being that vegetable state, I was always looking for speed. As a child, I wanted to do I wanted to create an impact in this world. I wanted to do something massive. And I wanted to leave my signature here before I left. But I didn't know how. And I was constantly in search for a way how to do it. And that's when, at the age of 32, I got bedridden. And I knew I hadn't found my purpose yet. I knew I hadn't done anything. And I felt that was a disgrace to my creator if I didn't find it out and, do that here. So I was constantly searching for that. And in 2020, I first got into the, personal development field, and I started a journey into myself. And before that, I had met a person who had, opened my eyes. That's where my journey actually started back in 2017. A time when I was completely bedridden. For me, sitting even for 2-3 minutes was not possible. Walking was not possible without somebody holding my hand. That was the state I was taken to him. He's a psychotherapist. And during we were in between we just spoke for 15 to 20 minutes. And he said a statement which like really hit on my head. He said, why are you so much focused on your limitations when you have a whole world of possibilities open before you? You have so many strong, there are strengths in you, which opens a world of possibilities. You only have 3 limitations. You can't sit, you can't walk, you can't move. Forget about that. You have a lot of strong areas or, strength in you. And he just started counting my strengths to me in that 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, fine. And one thing that hit me was, he said, the way you talk is so inspiring. Your communication skills are too good. So you will make a good, psychologist. You will make a good counselor. And I want you to do a certification in psychology. And he urged me to do my master's in psychology. So that's where my journey started. And then in 2020, I got into personal development. And there are 13 concepts which helped me become I am possible in my life. So those are the 13 concepts that I'm sharing in the book. Each chapter, there are stories from my own life to support the concept that I'm explaining. And each chapter ends with tips and action steps for the reader to change their life from impossible to I am possible. And I guarantee if they follow those steps, it will, they will be able to become the I am possible architect of their life. They will be able to build a life for themselves, despite any physical challenge that you're having. That is my message in the book. Whatever your situation is, whatever your condition is, be it physical, mental, emotional, financial, familial, whatever it is, there is one strong point. I mean, there is something in you. You have a strength inside which will take you to fulfill the purpose of your life.
Absolutely right, Shabeena.
Yeah. Really inspiring.
Absolutely right. So holistically, we need to understand our strength, and we cannot go one thing is okay, and then other four are not in line. Then I don't think it is going to work. It's going to work when all the parameters are proper, Yes.
What I share in the book are like
Great. Lovely story.
Condition. Okay, so the book will help you. The first 3 chapters of the book will help you gain that awareness about yourself. And then you will learn how to accept what you are and accept your strengths, your weaknesses, your everything about you. And then you will take action towards, from that awareness and that acceptance, you will start taking actions. So these are the 3 corners of the pillar, and these are interconnected. You have to be aware, you have to accept, and then you have to take action. Your actions will build your awareness. Your awareness will again build your acceptance. So these 3 pillars, they are totally intertwined. Once you read the book in the way that I'm suggesting you, with the book, noting down everything as you read by. And the stories are just to motivate you and inspire you to show you how it works.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's really a great thing to know about it. Please share your link with me so that I can put it in the description box. People can definitely buy the way Vindhi's book.
I had shared you my link tree. It's there.
Yeah. There only okay, fine. I have this. Okay. Now, the question: how does prolonged sitting affect spine health, and what can working professionals do to minimize its impact? So please, anyone of you can start and just give the answers.
Okay, I think her network is getting stuck. I'll start with.
Yes. You want me to?
So I was also a working professional when I got to bed. And it's like not just one disc, there are multiple discs, and it's getting, when I had my first MRI, it was just one disc in 2013. In 2017, the second MRI showed 6 discs. Now I have stopped going for MRIs because I don't know. My doctor says there is a tendency for my spine to get the discs, degenerated. So that's my story. So from what my knowledge is from my own experience and from what I am going through. So what I have found is when you sit for long hours, our corporate job is 9 to 5, right? So we sit for 8 hours. So what happens is, the first and foremost thing is we have a poor posture. Vindhi might be able to relate to this. Or when you sit in a slouch, sit in slouching or bending forward, we are not at all aware of our posture. So that is one thing. And that results in...
I think Deepsmita's network is disconnected. Yeah, because the live, she's doing it from her, no? So I think the live got stopped. And what you rightly said, it is the posture. And if you are sitting for a longer time somewhere, it definitely affects your back. It makes your back weak a lot.
But it's showing that it's going live. Should we continue?
Is it? Chalo, let's be.
So what happens is when you're slouching or when you're bending forward, it affects, like there is a lot of pressure on your muscles in your discs. So that's where the spine gets affected. The pressure that is coming on your, on your intervertebral discs actually, that causes a lot of issues for you. And then prolonged sitting also weakens your muscles, like the core muscles. That's what, from my experience, that I have found. So my suggestion for those working professionals who are sitting for long is, first and foremost, practice good posture. And what, from my experience, you have to sit straight up, feet flat on the ground. If that is what helps, do not point your foot like this, because it affects your muscles, and back is what I have experienced. And then, if possible, have a chair which, where you can rest your back, and with a arm rest where your elbows, you can hold it in a 90-degree angle. These are all my experiences. And the next thing is, your screen, the computer screen should be at your eye level. You don't have to look like this. That is where
this or that, correct.
And the next thing is your keyboard and keyboard and mouse. Your palm should always be, the wrist should be straight. Keeping this posture, it affects your wrist, and it affects your cervical muscle. Thing is what I have experienced, because I have cervical disc issues as well. And then while sitting also, what I have noticed is, when you sit, keep your hip above your knee. I don't know whether you have noticed this, Vindhi, because if your knees goes above your hip, the pressure is on your spine. And there are chances to to impact your discs. So always have a flat chair. Avoid cushions if you can, especially the fluffy cushions. Have a little more solid cushion if cushion is required. And the knee should be 90-degree, and the hip should be 1 degree above the knee level. So this is a good posture that I can recommend. And the next thing is, you have breaks. Okay, you have to take breaks. For That's important. So half an hour, 1 hour, just listen to your body, get into your body, be aware of your body will send message to you. When your body says, I want a movement change, give that. That is what I said. Be aware of everything that is happening. So what I do is
body talks.
What I do is, I take a 2-minute break. If I'm sitting continuously, just 2 minutes will do. Stand up, give a move, stretch, whatever you can in that 2 minutes, and you can sit and continue for half an hour or 1 hour. Whatever, keep it regular. If you are doing it half an hour, do it every half an hour. If you're doing it 1 hour, do it every 1 hour. That depends on your body. Your body will start giving you the message. It needs a movement. So I would suggest that you keep an alarm in your phone every 1 hour or half an hour as required, and take the 2 minutes break. That's one suggestion that I have, one tip that I've got to give. And the next is, always stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. You can see both of us are drinking water at every now and then. So that is one more thing. Then you can also use chairs. Yeah, that's what I said. Carry water. Keep yourself hydrated every time. And then make sure that you do some sort of physical exercises. Yoga is very good for it, or aerobics, whatever is possible for you. I am not suggesting that you have to do it like 1 hour, 2 hours, just like 10 minutes, 15 minutes also is fine, but do it regularly. So this is my take from my own experience, is what I say. Vindhi can add, because she's a more
Oh, no, not at all. But yes, I would like to add, which is very important, Shabeena, is that when you said awareness, so awareness is of the physical body is very important. That's very true. whatever the postures they have to maintain, because that awareness will come, then only they will maintain it. Now, the more important is the thought creation. So that's major important, because if I'm having a negative thought, any kind of, or which is depleting me, that thought, or that thought is taking me to the stress level, my stress levels are getting high for it. So then the pain aggravates. This is what it used to happen with me. So I never realize that, oh my God, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing all sort of things. Why I'm not healing 100%? So then I realized that it is because of my thought process. It is because of the tension what I'm taking. So when I'm taking tension, my muscles also gets tensed. It becomes stiff. So that was the one of the reason which I realized, oh my God, whenever I have a stress, my pain is aggravated. I'm unable to get up in the morning. I'm unable to do my day-to-day activities. So are you guys listening, or you are still, I don't know.
What you have said.
Yes,
Because
I'm
your
extremely sorry
videos,
my internet
your,
gone in
I
between.
know
Thank you
your
very much for
videos.
the, yes.
Yeah, your Shabina's video is still, so I don't know whether the movement is not there. Okay. So can you hear me what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I audible? Okay. Another thing which I realize is, Shabina, the backache, especially for working professional, the tips what you have given is excellent. And I think what Shabina said is absolutely fine, that how we are keeping our feet and the legs, that makes a lot of difference. How you are crossing. Like sometimes I say that don't cross and sit, because then your side muscles which is coming from hips also become stiff, and you feel little pain. If you have a sciatica, especially sciatica is coming from the side, right? Apart from that, I feel which is the people needs to understand is the food,
Yeah.
the nutrition, the food, because that I think impacts a lot. Again, like what we are talking right now is that it's not one thing which is going to help your backache fine. It's
Yeah.
the combination of multiple things. You need to do certain multiple awareness. I remember, Shabina, that I suddenly was doing everything in morning when I was getting up, and I was thinking, oh my God, why so much of pain? So in my pain, actually, I give credit to my middle daughter with whom I am here today. She's into sports. She's a cricketer. She plays for Karnataka Ranji Trophy. And because she's into the big way of nutrition and exercises and all those things. And she used to actually guide me a lot in that. So that time she used to tell me, okay, remember what you have eaten last night. I said, last night, kuch bhi to nahi khaya maine. Kya khaya hai? Kuch bhi to nahi khaya. Like that sometimes we say, right? And then she started forcing me to write. And that's what the things changed for me there, that I started writing. Okay, fine, मैंने इतने बजे ये खाया, उतने बजे ये खाया, फिर मैंने ये किया, फिर मैंने वो किया. And then I realized it's the food which is aggravating. So there are a couple of foods which I was having in the night was aggravating my pain in the morning. So all those things matters a lot in the backache. It's not one thing. So for me, it's more important is to create a right thought. And so first of all, to feeling to heal should come within. So पहले तो हमें वो ही नहीं आता है, हम डॉक्टर्स के पास भागते हैं. And the last thing is कि okay, डॉक्टर बोलता है MRI satisfaction. MRI is a satisfaction. CT scan is a satisfaction. X-rays is a satisfaction. But at the end of the day, doctors will also suggest you all these things.
Yeah.
So what I feel is, Shabeena, is more about practice, that we need to bring certain things, as you said, that posture needs to come as a habit within you. Okay, like I'm sitting now, I'm sitting in a bus. So I'm sitting with my spine straight. I'm not bending like this, or I'm sitting like this. Like it's my natural process that I sit like that. That's my natural process. And I keep pushing my back. So that's great. Yes, Devsmita. If you give us a bit, opportunity to speak, I think we can speak hours. I can speak hours on this.
That is even
That is why I'm
my
controlling
style.
myself
Like,
not to talk more.
I can go on and on and on.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm just controlling myself. कि okay, उतना ही बोलो जितना देवस्मिता पूछ रही है. Yes, Devsmita, are you there?
Are you there, Devasmita?
I think her network is a big issue. Okay, Shabeena, let me just let us give something value to the audience. So what do you suggest to the audience to what kind of exercises they should do, either if they are doing yoga, so what kind of yoga asanas they should have, maintain it?
Okay, the asanas that my therapist gave me and which has worked very effectively for me are, one is the Marjari asana, the cat, I don't know what it's called in English, cat
Cat
pose.
and dog, cat and dog, cat and dog. Yeah.
Then there is Vyagrasana. I don't know the English version of all the asanas. And then what to say? Merudandam, Ardha Merudanda, Merudanda. Then there is Ardha Matsyendasana. Then Shalabhasana, Bhujanga, Dhanurasana. Then like there are some spinal twists which he taught me. And then, what is this called? Something like shoulder, as though you are holding something here, you just squeeze your shoulder and then release it. So this helps.
Shoulder movements. It's the shoulder movements, basically. That's right. So, Devsmita, we have taken your session of our own because you were missing. So we have taken the session over. Yes, Shabeena, you were telling something. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I don't know. We lying down. What is it called? Reclined something. That is what he used. Like reclined. It's a twist actually. So I can call it a reclined twist or something. I don't know. Just lie down and cross our.
So there are.
Legs, and then we move to the opposite.
So there are
the twist actually. Then child pose, where you bend forward with your sit in Padmasana.
Balasana.
So that
Balasana.
So these are the yogas that I do, and then I do.
From the Vajrasana, you have done the little simple way of doing.
Yeah.
So the simple steps. What the listeners who are listening us right now, they can use the simple things. If you are having a terrible pain, what Shabeena says, so you can follow those asanas. Everything is available online. So when you look at the best release have when you are into a severe pain or it is a spasm, then you just do the Bhujangasana, which is a cobra, which is the best asana, and also the child pose. And the third one is the cat and dog. I think that's enough for you to come out of the pain first, if you are having a stress out. So then slowly you can add on the other asanas in your body, because those are the three main asanas which releases your spasm if you have. Like sometimes we have spasm, while bending or while doing. And what Shabeena said, that awareness is very important. And so when you are bending, then you need to be a little cautious about it. Like bend your knees first and then you bend and pick up something, so there is no pressure on your back. And then you need to squeeze your core muscles, because core muscles needs to be activate. You need to just release and activate, just hold and activate, hold and release, hold and release, hold and release. that helps a lot, in the
Breathing exercises also.
in the entire. Breathing is the main. Breathing is the core of this program. So without the breathing, it's very difficult for anyone to heal. So that's the major thing. Yes, Devsmita, we are only talking now. So we don't know what's your next question, but we have replied a lot of questions now of our own.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for this, because my internet is coming, going. I don't know, the thing is, it's a powerful discussion which is happening. So really great. And the questions comes, what are the potential long-term consequences of neglecting spine health, particularly for those who work long hours just at a desk? This working professionals do that, right? If you want, I'm just
Back pain, I would say. Chronic back pain is my first answer. The second is disc issues, intervertebral disc issues. That also causes chronic back pain. It causes, for me, I've seen a lot of people who has movement limitations, numbness, all sort of, your life actually comes to a full stop if you have a disc issue. So it's better to take precaution rather than going for treatment. And then next is
Yes,
your postures itself change, right, Vindhi? I've seen working professionals like this. Then my cousin is there, he's from IT field. He holds his head like this. And always I ask him to keep it back, and it's now difficult for him to hold it upright. So that's slouching, and the way we sit in front of the computer. So that is something. That's why for the first question itself, my first answer was your posture. So you get posture abnormalities like this. A curved back. I've seen people having that round shoulder, this sort of thing, physique. So that is something you have. That is like long-term consequence from long-term. I mean, like prolonged sitting is what I have noticed. Then you have your spine, what is that? Spine movements are decreased, right? No flexibility for your back. See, we can do all
the muscles get tense.
Yeah, with our back. So bending is difficult. So that is what I have noticed. And then neck pain, hand pain, shoulder pain,
spondylitis. Yes,
like all
spondylitis.
Sleep is disturbed. Sleep is disturbed. There are a lot of issues for a lot of reasons, but I found that with me also, when I was working in a corporate sector, my sleep was like crazy. And then something I've noticed is it affects your circulations as well. Wrong posture, muscle and all. So these are my experiences. Vindhi might be able to add more to the list.
No, perfect, Shabeena. What you said is perfect. Perfectly, these kind of possibilities are there, which people can get it if they are ignoring it that particular time. When it is required to do that. With the aging, also, this if you are ignoring this problem aggravates. It might turn to sometimes paralytic attacks. Also, if the nerves are numb. And because the blood circulation is not going properly, sometimes it affects your bowel. It affects your bowel, where you don't have a control on your motion and on your urine and all those things. So the system itself sometimes gets disturbed. Are you guys listening me? Because I can't. Your videos are still to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you able to listen?
Yeah.
So it is all connected, Devsmita and Shabeena, because according to me, it's like more about your internal system, which gets disturbed because of all these postures, all these pain and stress muscles and all that. Because of that, my internal system gets upset. And when internally upset, then slowly, it affects the other organs as well. And majorly, the main thing which affects is your gut, your gut effects. So that is why the diet comes into a picture where we need to understand that what kind of foods which is affecting that particular point. And then again, I will say the thought, because I feel that everything is a thought. And this is what I talk about. So these are the possibilities which a person can avoid at the early stage when they get to know that they have a backache. So then they should immediately take a step and go to the holistic way of healing. Because one thing I would like to tell that medically, I'm not against medical or medicine. I'm not at all against. My family has a lot of doctors in the family. But still, I feel there is lack of knowledge to the doctors as well, where they do not understand the power of the nature, the power of the holistic way of living. There is in MBBS, there is no chapter of nutrition, you know. So some of the doctors, they are so obese sometimes, and then they treat people. So these are the things which matters a lot, your entire holistic healing. Because spine is all about holistically healing. Spine is not medically or structurally. I feel so. And I have done a lot of research on this, and with the facts and figures, I'm so confidently talking about it. Because this is the one thing which I have learned definitely with my experience, no doubt in it, because I suffered more than 8 months to 9 months, and where my activity was stopped. My children got the ban for me to not to even go to the toilet. I was into that condition, bad condition. So that was the time when I started studying about it. Okay, fine, what it is. I don't want to go for a surgery. And definitely surgery is not a solution at all. You know, painkillers are not the solution at all. So the solution is that you have to keep your, first of all, mind stable, that yes, you can heal. And if you say that you can heal, so means that you have to put some effort. Without your physical effort or without your physical, you are doing something of your own. Like in doctor's case, what happens? Rest. And Shabeena, I think this is one chapter which you can also talk about it, that rest, I feel in the spine, the first thing is rest is rust. No rest. Because if anybody has really experienced back pain, that when you move, you are not having pain. As you are standing, you are having a stiff back. Like I'll just give you the example. I had come to the student life in the university, and then all the students were so excited to meet me, and then they were calling me every day for lunch, dinners. And then I thought, no, yeah, it's my responsibility that I should call everyone. So some 20 boys and girls, I invited them for dinner. And in my house, I have a full help. I don't remember last time when I actually cooked by myself. I'm a very spoiled person altogether. I do not cook. I do not go to the kitchen and all that. And then I was wondering, there by myself, I cooked chola bhaturas for them, butter chicken, and then kheer, and lots like more things. And then I was wondering how I'm doing. And I realized that when I was walking, like doing in the excitement movement, it was all fine. But when I started standing for a longer time, and that bhuno, the masala and the kheer, my actually back became stiff. Yeah. Because when you are static in one position, it gives like a little bit stiffness to your back. Yeah. And then immediately what I used to do is that her room was next to the kitchen. And then I was just going for 2 minutes. I have put that yoga mat and I was doing the Bhujangasana and the cat and dog. And I'm coming back again and standing in front of the gas, so this is what it helps me sometimes. So this is the one intake I would like to give it to the audience is that rest is rust. So do not think if the doctors are saying you to rest, please do not listen. Yes, if the situation is so. Yeah.
But I would add that be aware. See, you were aware of what was happening. Yeah. And you were able to go and do that 2 minutes ka.
Correct.
Thing. I would add, you have to take rest when your body needs that rest.
No, that
Exactly.
is okay. That is absolutely fine. But what happens is rest is definitely required, especially the spasm comes and all those things. You need rest. But what I'm saying is most of the cases I have seen, Shabeena, when the people are coming to me and even me, my condition, like whenever you are going for the pain to the doctors, the first thing say is ki rest karo. Medicine khao, rest karo. Medicine khao, rest karo.
That is not going to affect you. When you are resting, you have to work on your thoughts, you have to work on your emotions, and you have to get into your body and see what works for you. Give, like, I am a person who gets bedridden quite often. So what I do is, the doctor would suggest me complete bed rest. And what I do is, in that time of bed rest, I start moving whatever body parts moves in a way that it moves. So joints, legs, see, I won't be able to lift or move my leg. I won't be able to do any of the asanas because I'm completely down. I have time, my neck won't even hold my head. So I'm like a newborn baby where I need support for the neck. Okay. So in that condition, I cannot force me to sit up and do the exercise. Even they feed me as I am lying down. Still, I try to do is I try to move whatever is possible. I don't just sit like that. I have all the pillows to keep this straight, and no, that is okay because it's the muscles require that what to say, that support. But still, whatever movement I can do with the neck, I do. Like if not even the neck, I just do this mouth, the movements.
So
I
yeah, it opens up. It
I
opens up the
my
nerve.
mouth.
Yes.
I figure out what works for me. That's why I said there is power in all the possibilities. So find what is possible
Absolutely.
and harness the power of that possibility.
Yeah. And everybody actually knows their own body, how
So that is where you have to
it
body
works.
awareness.
Yeah.
Mindfulness
So,
helps it a lot.
yes. So to the next questions, because there are a lot of questions which is coming by listening to you all because you are giving a lot of values. So what are the some alternative therapies or treatments such as maybe you are aware about this chiropractic right now this care or acupuncture that may benefit working professionals dealing with the spine related issues. What is your say into this?
I will give you some therapies which worked for me. The first one was osteopathy. I don't know whether you're aware of it. I don't know whether a therapist is available everywhere. There is something called osteopathy. Google it. It's really good. And the next thing, what I do is Ayurvedic massage therapies. That also helps quite well. Yoga, first and foremost. Every day, I try to do it 2 times a day, at least half. 20 minutes to half an hour. Now, it's not necessary that you have to do it two times a day. Just one time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes is going to change your life, I would say. And then physiotherapy, of course. And then mind-body techniques. That is superb. Your mind is where everything, your body is closely related to your mind. So be very aware of your mind. Use modalities like meditation, like mindfulness. Build your awareness with your body and with your mind, and handle your emotions, emotional mastery, thought mastery. What goes in comes out. So be very aware of your thoughts that you're putting in. Be very aware of whatever you are consuming through your social media, or whatever conversations. I have noticed this. When I am surrounded with gossiping people, I have seen my pain elevating. When I keep my, environment clean and clutter, my body and mind in sync, it's wonderful. I haven't tried chiropractic treatment. I haven't tried acupuncture, but I have tried these techniques and it works wonderfully well for me. I have past pain now. I am a person with multiple disc prolapse, and I'm saying I don't have pain now.
Very nice. That's wonderful.
You are seeing me sitting. I couldn't even sit, for 2 minutes at a stretch. Now I think it's been I don't know what the time is now. We have started at 4, right? So it's 5, right? Moving 1 hour that I'm sitting. You can see me moving in between, though I'm not standing up because the camera goes out of focus. But I'm sitting and there is no pain.
Very nice. That's
Okay.
wonderful,
Otherwise, if I go
Shabeena.
for 10 minutes, then somebody has to come and, lift me up. Nothing is, I couldn't sit in the toilet. My husband used to hold me like this to use the toilet. So that case I have surpassed using the mind-body techniques. I'm telling you, no medicine helped me.
That helped. That's a very powerful technique. And I will add on with Shabeena.
Mind.
What is it? What
I
is
am
it?
always aware of whatever I am putting into my mind and to my tummy.
Yes.
Food.
Yeah, actually,
Connection.
one more question. This is definitely going towards this Vindhi, because Vindhi knows NLP, right? So in this case, how do NLP help? Because the therapist, which she is speaking about the Ayurveda and everything, but NLP, I think, because I'm also practicing hypnosis, so I guess NLP also works in this, right?
100%
Yeah.
tips, Smita. 100%. So NLP is basically, it's the same thing what Shabeena said. And we are talking from the start about thoughts. So it's about neuron. So NLP basically is neuro-linguistic programming. So basically the neurons has the language, and the language what we the conversation in the start, I said that everything happens in our life, or what we talk, what are all the things are happening around us. It is due to some pattern, some programming which is already there. And when with the awareness we are aware of, that time we can change those programming. We can shift those programming, like how the circumstances comes in our life. There are very, very powerful scientific processes which really helps. A one sitting is enough to come out of the pain. It is so powerful. So those processes, scientific processes are there for NLP, which helps. One more I will add with Shabeena's therapy options, what she's given. One which is very powerful is the Tai Chi. So Tai Chi is all about energy, So energies works a lot in your pain. And definitely NLP is the core of things, of your thought, of your feelings, of everything. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So last question I'm asking, and then I want to, this question is, what steps can working professionals take to create a comprehensive wellness plan that includes spine health as a priority, considering their busy schedule and demanding work environment? So over to you, both of you.
Can you repeat once again your question? I didn't get properly.
Second.
He's saying comprehensive wellness plan for
Yeah.
to improve their spine health.
Yeah. I think Shabeena has given quite a lot of things to them. Shabeena, just make it very short and just give to them.
It's really challenging for you. I know, because of your time constraint. I've gone through that phase of life. But I would say, if you are, planning well, and plus you are ready to make small lifestyle changes in your day-to-day life, then it will work. The first thing, as I said, is build your awareness. Know your body well. Listen to your body. Your body will give you, messages and cues. It will tell you what it wants. So first thing, build awareness about your body. Second thing is assess your current lifestyle. Now, when I say assess your current lifestyle, I would say ask you to be very mindful about your posture, as I said in the first question itself. How are you sitting? How are you carrying your body posture-wise?
Absolutely.
Start there, is what I would say. And then your sleep routine is important. As she said, your diet is important. Control your weight always. Keep movements. Like I told you earlier, take like 2 minutes ka break. That should be a regular break. What you have to do is stand up, move, walk, do some sort of stretch that helps your back, something like this. That is enough, but it should be done regularly at every 1 hour. Keep an alarm And, make sure, bring that into your practice. Second thing is do exercise. Physical movement is important. So find some 15 to 20 minutes if possible. Or if you can do it half an hour or 1 hour, great. But at least 15 minutes a day, do some like something. You can do yoga if it suits you. Otherwise, aerobics or whatever, where there is a lot of physical movement. Always be aware of your emotions and your thoughts. And then I would say, to be consistent in this practice, you have to set goals, small, achievable goals. It can be like, okay, for the coming 2 weeks, I'm going to be very aware of my posture. If that is what you're going to focus for 2 weeks, fine, be aware of your posture. Or I will add, physical exercises. 2-3 asanas a day will do. And then why am I asking to set goals is that will motivate you to be consistent in this. So once you complete that 2 weeks or 3 weeks ka timeline you set, celebrate that win.
Yep.
So that
That's
will
true.
encourage you to go more. So that is how I built. Like when I started my journey with mindfulness and all these things, I would set just small goals because my movement was very limited. Things that I could do was very, very, very little. So I would go to my body and mind and see what I can do. So when my body was completely immobile, I would see what I can do with my mind. I would visualize, I would, check my emotions, I would check my thoughts, I would use affirmations, all those techniques. And then once my body starts moving, I'll just celebrate each win. I set goals and then I achieve it. Only achievable goals are to be set. Don't say that I'm going to do, 1 hour workout every day. It's not going to happen. Start with 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then increase. That works. Is what I feel. And then first and foremost, be hydrated. Always stay hydrated. It's really, really important. And then as we said earlier, meditation helps, mind body techniques, mindfulness, all these things helps. These are my takes.
Yes, absolutely fine.
Sleep routine. What worked for me was I said my sleep routine, it was completely distorted. So what I started with was I fixed a time to go to bed and a time to wake up. Even if I am bedridden, I follow that. So my alarm is set for bedtime and for wake up time. I do not use any screen 2 hours prior to it. No screen light 2 hours prior. And the next thing is create an ambience of your bedroom. Ask someone. You cannot do it yourself. That is what I did. I asked my kids to, to arrange it in a way clutter free. Lights are off. I need blackouts. So whatever works for you, find out. Use some music. So you are anchoring. That is an NLP technique which I have learned. Anchor things to your routine. Okay, so these things like the time is anchoring, the ambience is getting anchored, the music is use the same music every day. That is getting anchored, and the tidy, that when the light goes off, my mind knows, okay, now it's time to sleep. These are things that work for me. Things that
it works. It's not for work for you. I think it works for everyone, but the people needs to try that, put it in the practice. That awareness needs to come within them, right?
Whatever knowledge you got, knowledge doesn't, give you result. Put it into practice.
Absolutely.
I would say watch this video, take down the tip, and practice what you can. Only decide what you can do. Don't go on the first day to do everything that we have.
Yes. Go step by step, first step, build up your build up your awareness. Correct. Yeah. I will just add on here, Dipsmita, just some of the don'ts. What you do not do it in your backache when especially it is on a its spasm is high and the pain is quite more, especially the sciatica, which is disturbing you on your legs. So definitely posture is the one thing which a person needs to be conscious, but I'm talking about what you do not do. One is do not bend. Do not bend. In that time, do not even bend with the folded knees, whatever. So try not to bend at all when the pain is quite a aggravated situation. Then do not pick up anything, do not lift anything heavy, because that again aggravates your shoulders, and from it, because it is all connected. Our neurological system is all is connected, so then it affects there. Then the third is that do not sit, try not to sit on a soft couches, like even lie down on a mattress, soft mattress. Try to have a little uh, hard in a sense that it should not be very spongy where you are lying down, because that will also aggravate your pain in the morning when you get up. Second thing is, do not sit at all on sofa. Like sofa, what happens is, then again, that's a soft couch, and that aggravates your glutes. And from the glutes also the pain goes in that particular area. The glutes becomes weak. So these are the things which you need to be very conscious about it. And another tip I would like to give here is the water. When you intake water also you need to be conscious about it. Ki do not stand and drink. So, okay, so do not stand and drink. So I'm just talking about do nots. तो do's हमने बहुत सारे बता दिए. अब इनको वीडियो देखने दो और करने दो. अब don'ts इनको थोड़ा समझ लेते हैं कि करना क्या नहीं है. पानी खड़े होके नहीं पीना है, you know. So because this also is a scientific way what we talk about it, and they need, all of them, they need accountable partner, mentors to help them out, and taking them step by step the processes. So knowledge is quite a lot outside, but what you need to take and what you need is
you have to take
otherwise it's difficult. It's not possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is difficult. Then off and on you will sit for the pain if you are not getting the proper accountability on that.
I will add that when you said do not pick weight, do not put weight in your lap as well. You have even parents have a tendency to place your kids in your lap. If you are in this issue.
मतलब कुछ भी heavy नहीं करो. And another thing, I'm just switching my video to the another side if I can. So do not cross like this. That aggravates especially when you are having pain. You can cross like this if you want. So that's the best way, and then you can push your leg back, foot. So this is the one thing which I feel.
When you are sitting, always be aware that your knees are below your hips.
Because in the pain,
you have a slanting backward. So your hip goes down and your knee goes up. So be very mindful when you're buying a chair.
Correct.
That I would recommend.
So these things matters. Yes, Shabeena, absolutely right. Great. So I think my internet, my battery is just going down, and I have still the thing. So if you don't mind, can I just take a leave? Thank you so much. And all the best. I love you guys.
So thank you very much. We are planning for some more things, some more pages to come, some more work with Vindhi Kohli as well as with Shabeena. The full details, how to, the thing is, if anybody wants to connect about learning NLP, both of them are here. Okay, you can connect for this, and they are all experts in their backache. Definitely, please connect with them. Those who really want a help, and specifically, we are bringing a big conversation with the people who already. Georgette was here, so I will be calling Georgette here as well, so that we can.
Very nice.
We can again. We will continue this thing because my internet was not stable. Lot of questions are still pending. So definitely, yes. And she has already connected us from London. Thank you very much, Vindhi, for this.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Take care.
Bye. Yeah, sure. And yes, so Shabeena, yes, thank you very much. And I'm honored and blessed that you are here giving your valuable inputs, and thankful to, after you are watching Vindhi, thankful to you and honored that in one call you people have come, given so much values. Even if I'm fighting with the internet, you people have given so much of values to the audiences. Please connect with them. Those audiences who are watching, please put down your 5 key takeaways from this conversation, and please put down your questions so that they can see and give the answers, because they can get the accessible. Once the link, we will share the link once it is done. So Shabeena, yes, and I'm looking forward to meet you in different pages also in the social media. Yeah. And a lot of things to learn from you. Again, we are calling you for giving another, as mentioned earlier, I will be calling Georgia, Vindhi and you for the same, because we have to, as much as we give value to the world women, we are saving the women, we are saving the men, those who are working professionals. So thank you very much. We are signing it off, and thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you for having me here and giving me the space to share my experiences.
Thank you very much. And everybody's link will be there in the description box. Her book, please buy her book as well. It is available in Amazon. The link will be provided. Please go and visit to that and just buy her book. Get at least have some knowledge, and then definitely in the next, whenever we are sitting for the next conversation, we will be giving more values there. Thank you. Okay, and we are signing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.